That would require us talking first. There we go. Okay.
We're supposed to talk?
Talk.
Well, I used to say I talk for a living, but I guess I really don't anymore, so...
You type for a living?
I research and stalk people for a living?
Something. Ow. Okay. Better.
Who's our next guest?
We don't have one officially yet, so I'm working on that. If we don't get a sign up, I've been talking to Razzie and OMF for a while about coming on and doing community stuff and talking about D&D. So those are our possibilities. If I don't get an answer if anyone wants to sign up soon, we're going with that.
That's fine. Hey, sweetie. Good. Congrats, honey.
All right.
You're doing a podcast, so if you're going to do anything louder than read that book, go to your room, okay?
Alright, we have audio and video and Hordlings under control. We ready?
Hordling's muzzled, is that what you just said?
No,
Under
I said
control,
I
but
said under
close.
control.
Muzzled, under control. Different.
Same thing. Alright.
Jedi, you have like 100 kids, okay?
Abovan is slowly catching up.
Well, he's only at 2.
Yeah.
Only at 2. But he's doing it 2 at a time, so...
I know, he's multiplicatively adding kids.
Oh, look at this card.
Nope.
Do you have it?
I have 4 of them.
Nice.
Alright. Let's take this show live in 5, 4, 3. On this episode of the AIE Podcast...
There are 2, count them, 2 new Hordlings, Michaela.
Flights to Draenor are now open and boarding.
And StarCraft has a new expansion coming in. We have the date.
Jedi is also here to talk about lots of things. Hey!
All that and more coming up now.
Bringing you the latest news from the AIE gaming community from planet Earth and beyond. This is the AIE Podcast.
Really threw me off by going off script like that.
Sorry, did not mean to throw you off.
Yes, you do. You guys like the funny Aludra faces when I'm confused. That's
Like,
it.
wait,
huh?
that was Aludra for, hey, that's not what was written on the page.
Yeah,
I
pretty
know.
much. I was like, what? Wait, what?
And we can't even say that, you can't even say, hey, you're not sticking to the script as I wrote it, because I think I ended up writing that part, so.
Yes.
You wrote the rest of this one because I wrote that part.
Yep. All right. Welcome to episode 241 of the podcast celebrating the Alia Iacta Est gaming community. I'm Tetsemi, and to my right is Aludra.
Hey, AIE, I think you're awesome.
And to my left, as always, is Makala.
So I'm getting ready to burn some croissants, to make some croissants in the guild kitchen.
Awesome. This week we are joined by special guest Jedi, who is here to talk to us about AIE in all the games. Well, not all the games, just a few of them. Welcome, Jedi.
Hey!
Hey, all right.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yes.
What have you been up to in or out of game lately? And which games, by the way?
Oh, well, I've been playing a lot of Universe Simulator Squared. That's fun.
Is that Universe Sandbox or?
Or Sandbox, yeah, that's what it is, yeah. Playing a lot of that. It's really fun to, like, smash moons into the Earth.
Oh, it really is, and slingshotting Jupiter around just until it like breaks from gravity because you spread it up so much, so you just.
You know, I really thought it was going to be a dull game, but I've only had it for maybe 2 or 3 weekends. I got like 5 hours already into it.
So what exactly?
It's like a universe simulator where you can throw moons at things.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
what it is
that sounds fun.
it's the universe and all the math that's involved in it, and you can change the mass and the velocity and just anything you can imagine that's a variable number in the universe, you can change, and suddenly you've got control over.
This
So
sounds
if
like
you
the-
wanted to know,
Yeah.
if you wanted to know what would happen to the solar system if we were as large as Jupiter, Earth itself, you can bump that number up and watch what would happen. It'll simulate it. Now, most times what happens is everything crashes into each other and everybody dies.
Naturally.
Seems that actually seems to be the outcome of everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've actually got an asteroid that like shoot through the planet once, so that was pretty cool. There's an explosion on both sides. So
Yeah, I gave Earth as many moons as Saturn. That,
Oh, wow.
That
sounds
was
pretty.
not as well thought
much
out
coal?
as you might think.
Did the tidal forces rip the planet apart?
They didn't get a chance, considering all the moons just started crashing in because we didn't have the gravity to support that many moons without them starting to fight each other's gravity. There's a reason why
Oh,
Saturn
nice.
is the size it is with as many moons as it has, it turns out.
So this sounds like the best science learning game ever. We might have to grab it for our Hordling.
Yeah, it's actually goes on sale on Steam quite cheap, quite frequently.
Yeah.
So.
my pick was on sale.
Mhm.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I can get it for like $2-3.
it's
So yeah.
entertaining.
Mhm. Yes, it
Very
totally is.
cool.
I can see the draw on that, dude.
And Aludra, what have you been up to?
I have been up to destroying the fun of Diablo for everybody involved. You see,
What did you do, Aludra?
I was getting a run because I first had a Crusader, and I found out Crusader and me, not my game style, not my gameplay. Okay, that's fine. Well, especially if you're trying to get as far as you can, as fast as you can, then all the things I want to play with, it turns out I never get the drops for, so I can never use those abilities. So I was like, fine, you know what? I want to shoot some arrows. I looked it up in Diablo. I haven't shot arrows and been a demon hunter for about 2-3 years. So I went, okay, I want to be a demon hunter. So a friend of ours from Raid, Lear and I, was running me through, power leveling me up in Diablo real quick so I can be a demon hunter and pew pew things to my heart's content. Well, they have these things called rifts, Nephilim rifts, as I'm sure you all know. And in this Nephilim rift, we happen to get one of those pylons that spawns about 50 or so treasure goblins. And we killed them. Well, he killed them. I mean, they probably could have one-shotted me. But so he kills all the treasure goblins. So there's this massive field of loot, just as far as your computer cares to show you. So we're picking stuff up, and we're running back to town, and we're running back in, and we're running back to town. So my second or third bag load of stuff, because again, 50 treasure goblins died to make this story happen, I clicked the guide.
Mm-hmm.
A 30-second warning popped up
Oh, God.
for the rift to close because
Shame on you.
I clicked the thing. I was aiming for the chick standing next to him, and I got him. Okay, first off, I wasn't laughing or anything. I was pissed at myself. I'm like yelling, there should be a confirmation button for this.
Right?
But I
Apparently.
upset my friend who had been running me, which made me feel just about as terrible as one can feel. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to, is clicking on Diablo rifts to close them when there's fields and fields of treasure to be picked up. I'm a bad player.
Oh, no.
Aludra.
Oh, I felt pretty terrible, and I still kind of do, actually, so, yeah. But I know, at the end of the day, it's just pixels, and it's all in good fun and all that. Yeah, I get
And
that.
I'm certain Leary laughed his butt off at you, because, I would.
Eventually, he was pretty ticked at first. It took him like 2 minutes, but then he was laughing at me, and he said, I'm never going to live this down, and I'm not allowed to be around anything where to click a thing, and he even ran laps around the guy to show me how to not click a thing when you want.
That's awesome.
I love Blair and I.
So, yeah. I was just upset because my friend was doing me a favor, and I colossally messed up on that scale. You know what I mean? It'd be like, oh.
At least it was with a friend, though.
Yes, it was with a friend and not a bunch of strangers who would have reported me for trolling when I wasn't and
Right.
called me a bunch of foul names.
Nice.
I'm running with people in Rifts, even if it's people I know from the guild. I don't like to click on anything. Like, I'll let someone else do everything. Like, no, I'm not going to click on something accidentally.
Yeah, you don't want to be a Ludra and click on all the things, because that's just dumb.
It happens.
Hey, it's okay. I just, pre-podcast, got a message from Leary. He was running an instance, and he didn't click a thing, and he didn't get his loot. So apparently between the two of us, I'm the one who clicks all the things, and he's the one who clicks
nothing.
none of the things.
So, what have we learned? Clicky, 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 and genocide pays.
Yes. Yes. So.
Sounds like we have titles already. McCullough, what have you been clicking on lately? I mean...
Exactly.
Well, we raided the other night, and that was a good time. I barely died. I still need to go through my stuff before tonight, to figure out what loot I got. Who did we take down again, dear?
The first two bosses?
No, she means the big guy that we took down for the first time.
Yes.
Oh, we took down Kilrog Deadeye.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think I may have been mostly alive for that. I did do
Nice.
I did do a not WoW-related bad thing, but I did do another bad thing in not a game yet, but so the other day, one of the guys that I work with, that we play D&D with, and I were talking, and campaign we're in, it's kind of very combat focus heavy, and we're like, well, that's not really our style. Mm-hmm. So it's like, well, go find us a vampire game to play. I'm like, what? I'm going to just go find us a game to play. Like, well, I know a ton of people that play a game, play the game, but I'm like, dude, I know their play style. I don't want the harassment lawsuit that's going to happen if you play with these people on either end. So I'm like, okay, I have an idea. One of my dear old friends from childhood, he and I have recently got reconnected on Facebook, and we've been going back and forth about all this stuff. I've been helping him with some campaigns. We've just been having a blast, and we've been kind of looking for something we can do together. So I texted him. I'm like, hey, you do Roll the Darkness, right? Yeah. Do you interested in running a game for us? My friend and I, whoever we can come up with. And then I connect the two of them together in a message on Facebook. And there was 30 minutes of me not understanding a word of this conversation. But also while they're doing it, I'm getting an IM from my friend at work saying, oh my gosh, he's good. I'm getting a text from my other friend saying, wow, he knows his stuff. I'm like, yeah, I did a bad thing, and I have no idea what I'm getting into. But that's my gaming bad thing. Other than that, not played a ton as always. Really, really getting the Diablo bug, though, but I know not to play with Eludra.
No, apparently not.
Hey, you know what?
I
I've
love
only
you.
done that once. To be fair, that has only ever happened to me one time.
It's the only time you'll ever see it, too.
Yeah.
No. I've actually gotten several pylons like that to spawn, but I've never killed them all before, so.
Yeah, no, that's rough, trying to kill them all.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like the anti-Pokemon? Trying to catch them all, but trying to kill them all?
Like,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like 50 dudes, they just go...
So, Tet, besides massive amounts of roboting, what have you been doing in game?
I hope I'm not roboting.
You're roboting, beloved.
Oh, like crazy.
Hang on.
Pardon us for technical difficulties. Do 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 do. I think we need to get a theme for technical difficulties.
No, we don't need a theme. Is this better?
Yes.
What have you been doing in game, Tet?
Leveling all the things, apparently. There was listening to a podcast, and we'll talk about it more down in the news section, but there's a little thing called 11 by 11 that we'll go into. Basically leveling characters. So that's what I've been focusing on besides raiding, is working on leveling all my classes, getting ready for Legion. So,
Nice. When you're done, can you level all my characters?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will be talking to Jedi shortly, but first, let's cover this week's news.
AIE News.
The AIE Podcast would like to extend a hearty congratulations to Abaven and his lovely wife. Their twin girls were born on September 10th, and everybody is happy and healthy and full of all the yays, and so we are super excited.
Yay!
Hey.
And they are beautiful.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy for them. If you might remember, Abba was just on the show, so now you have a voice to put with the name. Yay! Also, happy birthday to @GeekyAwesomeJen, AIE member and all-around great awesome person. If you were at Nerdtacular, you probably saw her with the adorable baby flounder, because
Yeah,
that's
she
what
was our
we've been calling him. Yes.
She was our steampunk Ariel and looked phenomenal.
Yes, she did. Unfair of her to look that good after having a baby, but there you go.
Some of us had ours 13 years ago and still don't look that good.
Tell me about it. So congratulations to everybody. Happy everything. And remember, if you have any awesome news to share, email the podcast at podcast@AIE-guild.org. That dash does look like a minus, so you can AIE minus the guild. Hit us up in game or tweet us or post on forums. Basically, we are always reading everywhere we can get a hold of to report on your happy news.
We certainly are, but we may mean actually stalking. So, 6.2.2, or as my adorable co-host wrote it originally, 2.2.6, has dropped. Hey! And we've got your Draenor, and we hope you've got your Draenor ducks in a row now for flying, unlike two certain podcasters that won't be named, Aludra, Makala. Remember, to fly, you actually have to earn it. Yeah, don't just get it. It's not a gift. You can't just pay for it with gold that you've been getting from Raid or Auction House or any of that great stuff.
No.
Many websites.
Your money's no good here.
Right. We don't take your kind. You actually have to earn this stuff. Many websites, including Wowhead and a bunch of others, are out there. They're available for you to see if your boxes are checked so you can fly the friendly skies or figure out where you may have gone wrong. Looking to fix tidy plates? I know half of our raid sure is.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
believe it or not, the forums... Oh, my God, that was a mess. The forums have you covered. Cardinal, hey, he was in the LFG with us the other night. Was helpful enough to post a link to Curse where the workaround may have been missed by some. Head over to the forums or go to Curse to find that fix for tidy plates, because I know most of us can't keep a track of it.
Hey, do you know it's unfair to make green orcs stand in a green place shooting green abilities? It's like, where are they without tidy plates? Nobody knows.
But at least you're not color deficient. Anyways, pot shots at Tetsemi. There are a couple podcasts doing an informal 11 by 11 event. Get 11 characters, one of each class, it doesn't matter which faction, to max level by WoW's 11th anniversary, November 23rd. Oh, that sounds like a fun challenge. My beloved co-host / husband has started a thread on the forums in case anyone is interested.
When's the deadline for that? Like,
November 23rd.
Birthday.
So November 22nd?
Yep, pretty much.
Are there prizes?
Nope, no prizes, just for fun.
Pride.
Just bragging prizes. Okay, bragging rights.
Bragging
That's
rights.
What is that, like $500 to get a head start?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The
Wow.
idea is basically, since you're going to have artifact class quest lines in Legion that a lot of people are going to want to see all of the storylines. So that was the impetus to get the characters to 100. All right.
And here I am with the 2 only still.
I know.
Have fun.
All right. Release date for Legacy of the Void for StarCraft was announced this morning, and it will be November 10th, 2015, a few days after BlizzCon, and of course, the same day as Fallout, naturally, Fallout 4. It will be the purpose expansion.
Guys!
Oh, yeah. No, come on. You totally saw this coming.
I know which game I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
And, the opening, and we have a link to the opening cinematic in the show notes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Tets made me watch it before the show. It's pretty cool, but yeah, I'm not much of a StarCraft player myself. Sorry, guys.
Hey, each their own. We all have our own games.
Yeah, like Diablo, the game I click on a lot, or
Click,
Hex,
click,
the
click.
game I make everybody else play.
So it means
Or Hex, yeah.
Okay. So the first Wings of Liberty or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm way behind.
All right.
I'm not even. I've never really played StarCraft. Blank Theris once gave me a 2-week key, and then he spent those 2 weeks just making the game entirely unfun for me. I'm like, why would I ever play this again? This is like the worst game I've ever played.
Classic Link.
Yeah.
You can buy it, and then you can get the pets for WoW and Diablo. So.
I know, I can, but that requires monies. So the Kickstarter fund is
Alodra.
all the game. All right, I'm sorry.
Put it on the forums, dear.
Yes.
Kickstarter, okay. I will make a Kickstarter so you guys can buy me all the games.
On the forums. Just link on the forums. All right. Actually, that's probably frowned against, but
It is, but oh well.
That's Aludra_AIE. No, I'm just
It
kidding.
is.
Right. Well, with that, let's get back to Jedi and talk about other games that we have AIE in.
Other
And stuff.
games.
And stuff.
Almost.
So what, just any old game that AIE's in there? Like, we can talk to you about Lotro and SWOTOR and...
I have not played Lotro in a long time. No. So,
let's just
but
start throwing out abbreviations.
Oh, okay.
Doing those games.
Ooh. So TBL and SK2 GPO.
1000?
Mm-hmm.
so long.
MSK 2000. Anyway, so what's
Yes.
going on, Jedi?
Okay, so why did it come on the show? Oh, because nobody was volunteering. Guys,
You came on the show so we could meet you. Clearly, that was what is going on.
so guys, volunteer for the podcast. Officers, do it. It's fun. These guys don't bite.
Don't make me. Yeah, well,
They might.
never mind.
So Diablo 4,
Acronyms.
Diablo 4, right? No, 3.
Yes.
Diablo 3, not
Click,
Diablo 4. If you know about Diablo 4, Blizzard's going to be beating down your door in a second, and
Anyway.
then that's going to be interesting for a video.
Yeah, so Diablo 3, right?
Mm-hmm. Diablo
Season
3.
4 changes are awesome.
They are great. They're super
I didn't like the last 3 seasons. Well, season 2, I didn't even log in for because I didn't know it was there. It came and went.
Yeah, that was a really fast one. The first one was like forever. The second one was super fast. The third one was the happy medium, but had problems with cheating.
Yeah, the first one, I was not too much different from the regular game. I was like, why do I want to start a new character?
Yeah, exactly.
The third one got power leveled to 70, and I played it for a little bit. This
Mhm.
one, I just hit Paragon 200, and I'm not even Paragon 200 in a regular game.
Same.
And
Same
it's like-
thing.
And it's like the new progression system for the getting the seasonal achievements wasn't clear before what you had to do to get unlocked, and now it's
Yes.
printed out exactly what you need to do. Okay, you need to kill.
It lets
50
you know.
turtles.
You can even be jumping around the list, and it'll let you know. Oh, hey, by the way, you didn't
Hey,
mean
you
to,
could-
but you
Well,
got this thing.
Up until a point, and then because once you get to have the achievement for the season, then there's there's more levels after that, but you don't earn those until you actually unlock it.
Yes.
and they just helped me finish the Tier 6 Rift in 6 minutes last night. They
Oh,
being,
nice.
yes, which is awesome. They being the Nomads, part of the AIE community, which we have great folks. Like all the people here, great folks.
Mm-hmm.
So the Nomads has a clan, and so there's a lot of good guys in there. You don't have your own clan yet, so join us. And there's an AIE community. You should join that too, because there's good people in there.
Just a heads up, guys, if you are a member of the AIE community, for some reason, it doesn't default the community chat on, but it does for clans. No idea why, but that's how it works. So you always have to opt into AIE's chat, just so you know.
Always.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, there's no way to automate it either. Like,
No, there's
Who
no
was that?
setting or anything.
You can't see, for some reason, you can't see who's online either. It just defaults, like, my list defaults to, like, who the officers are and me. So,
That's weird.
yeah, so I can't
Yes.
tell who's online in the community unless you're on, like, on my friends list. And it's like, all right. Kind of cool, though, because you can see, like, what everybody, like, I can see when we're off an achievement. And it's like, all right, good job. He sent me a tell the other day. I was like, yay, thanks. I did something in the game. More riffs. Okay, and so, enough of Diablo. They should actually add an achievement, though, for a Ludris thing, because that's hilarious.
It's absolutely amazing. In AIE, we make our own achievements.
yeah. I often make some up just so I can make the game better. But Blizzard, sadly, never takes my suggestions.
Guys, look, you have 30 seconds to get all the loot. Go.
Yeah, but luckily we all got the
It's a
big
Monty Hall
major
mode.
things. Thank goodness. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a new mode called Monty Hall. Whatever you can grab in 30 seconds and get out.
Oh my God, he started playing Yakety Sax right afterwards too. Like seriously.
Of course.
Oh, my.
And,
Yeah, I know.
Jedi,
I know.
speak.
Mm.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Ludra.
No. I was just saying. Everybody understands the way we felt suddenly with that
Yeah.
sentence.
Right?
Yep. Hey, Jedi, I know with the Nomads, the other thing we've highlighted a couple times is they also have a Minecraft server. I think it's a Techrit server
It is
that's
not.
on the forums.
It is our own mod pack. We actually were featured on Curse.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yes, I
As-
saw. So fantastic.
Yeah, an awesome mod pack. Take credit for it. Stig is beast.
Mhm.
I haven't been on in a while. And he's updating the pack right now for more stuff. I don't know when those changes will come to the server and stuff, but yeah, we have our own server. We have our own pack. That's awesome. Totally awesome.
So
Very cool.
what else are we doing?
So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, Guild Wars 2.
Ooh.
What? No, that's not a thing.
Really?
You know how hard it is to get
Yes.
anybody to talk about that on this podcast?
I talked about Guild Wars 2 last time I was on. You weren't here.
Yes, I wasn't here, but you know what I mean.
Okay, so Guild Wars 2, a couple things.
Yes.
It's free to play right now. You have no reason not to play. If you're one of the people, not 5 million people that bought Guild Wars 2 originally, so basically it's a lot of people that have Guild Wars 2 already, go pick it up and play it. It's an awesome game. It's free to play. We have a
I
guild.
don't have the money for the initial buy-in.
It's free.
It's free
Yes!
to play.
Yes!
It's
That's
free.
amazing.
So the original game
See,
now
free
is
to
free.
play just means to me, for some reason, no fee. But you still have
this
to
is
buy to play it.
free.
No, yeah.
Right, that's
th-
buy.
so-
Yeah, that's buy to play.
so-
Yeah,
so-
I know.
Like
Guild Wars 2 is
FTP.
free. You can play it. Everybody should play it. It's an excellent game. If you've never played
gorgeous.
Guild Wars 2 before, it is probably and Guild Wars has like one of the best stories.
I have never played any Guild Wars game before, ever.
There's some YouTube videos that have the first story really well laid out, but it's got it's got a really good story and a really, I mean, it's not Warcraft, it's an original story.
Cool.
It's
That's
really
very
cool.
nice.
So, and the reason why it's going free to play is because their concept is that they want you to only pay for the most current content, which is Heart of Thorns, which is coming out on October question mark.
Sometime in October. Got it.
I had it. I actually pulled up the wiki page for it because I didn't know what exact. October 23rd, which is
Okay.
not the same day. Which is not the same day as Fallout 4 and Legacy of the Void. Thank goodness.
Nice.
No, that'll probably be now that they've announced it.
Beta.
Overwatch beta. I'm calling it.
Oh
I'm calling
my
my shot
gosh.
right now.
That
Overwatch.
would be insane. No.
So has anyone heard like anything even like about a friends and family Overwatch beta thing?
No, I haven't, so I must have all the wrong friends.
No, I heard like a bizarre rumor somewhere from someone I think's a reliable source, and then I didn't see anything anywhere, so I'm questioning my sources.
Well, you're not going to see anything about a friends and family because the NDAs on those are crazy.
Still, there should be something, somewhere.
No Overwatch for you.
Yes, right?
Nah, Blizzard's really good about, I don't know how they do it, but they always manage to keep these things under wraps.
Yeah, well, it's under
Yeah,
wraps,
so-
or we're coming to get you.
Yeah.
Right, knock, knock, knock. In fact, they might be at the door right now.
Oh,
For me
what'd you do
merely
that
saying
for?
that.
So
Why'd you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Oh, I'm gonna need new hosts. Oh, it's
No,
gonna
no.
suck.
No, because I will throw said source under the bus.
Ouch. And now we may know why you haven't gotten any confirmation.
this is why there are no friends and
Very
family
likely.
invites.
The individual is barely associated with AIE. Anyways, let's go back to Guild Wars 2.
Please
Hey,
let
Guild Wars
us go
2.
back to Guild Wars 2 because I'm interested and I always love to hear about games that we don't get to spotlight very often. So, free to play. So anybody can just wander on over and download?
Right now, yes. I haven't tried it because I actually have it on my system. So
Guildwars2.com.
there she goes. She's gonna
Yeah?
be in the guild. She'll be in the guild tonight. So we have a guild.
Better
We're
not
on,
be. She's
we're on
grading.
Dragon Brand. The guild is on Dragon Brand, but it doesn't matter which server you're on, unless you care about PvP. I'm not on the same server as AIE, but I'm still in the guild. So
Okay.
don't let that be a barrier to entry, because it's actually like one big mega server, except for
Oh, kind of like how Eve does it?
kind of like how Eve does it, except kind of not. Because you can't PvP with your friends if you're on a different server. That's
Mm-hmm.
like the big, not the structured PvP, the guild versus guild, or world versus world, whatever it's called. But yeah, you can't do that without being on the same server. But that's not a big deal. You know. So with the new expansion, they're adding a bunch of stuff. They're adding a new class, Reverend. Yeah.
Yes, because they're having an expansion come out, and I imagine that's not going to be free.
That is not
Which is
free,
hence
no.
why it's free to pay.
But
Because they want to get you in.
Yeah.
yeah, they want to get you hooked, so you buy a Heart of Thorns. So there's a profession, and it's like a big hammer wielding. Well, not really. You can use like all the weapons in Guild Wars 2, but kind of a neat class. I played a little tiny bit of it. I'm trying not to spoil the game too much for me because it's like there's beta weekends and I can be playing the beta weekends, and it seems like sometimes it rolls over into the week too, and it's like I want to spoil this because like I played maybe 15 minutes into the first new zone. I was like, oh, this is amazing. The new zone it's great. It's like level like tiers, and I don't know. It's probably the best thing I've seen yet in Guild Wars 2, and Guild Wars 2 has got some excellent like level design.
That's awesome.
All the classes, including the new one, they're getting specializations, so you can use different weapons with the class. Like I was playing with the Guardian with the bow, and that was pretty slick because they're lacking ranged combat before. All they had before was the staff, and they'd shoot like little light balls out of the thing. But one thing they're not doing with the expansion, they're not raising the level cap. It's still going to be 80.
Really?
Wow, really?
Yes. So they're not changing the level because you still level to 80. In fact, right now, if you log in every day, every month you can get these. You get these tomes of experience, and this is how I'm leveling up one of my characters right now. You get about 11 levels per month just by logging in each day.
I'm totally not looking at my new account name or anything right now.
What's the
Right?
account name?
What's the account name?
It would be a Ludra.
Yeah,
Ludra.
but there's some numbers.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes, roughly.
roughly.
Roughly. That's approximately correct. Now, I'm not going to say until I actually have the game downloaded because I don't want people thinking I'm a ghost.
I
Yay,
have
go.
approximate knowledge of many things. What?
I
No,
do have approximate knowledge of many things, Kurt.
Why does this keep
So-
coming up?
Because it's an awesome quote.
It really is.
It is a brilliant quote.
Okay.
It's like the best quote.
But what else is going on, Jedi, before we get into a downward spiral? We already actually have gone down.
All spirals go down. So, right now in Guild Wars 2, there's I haven't done it yet because I've been playing an awful lot of Diablo 3. In fact, every time, this is the first time I've sat down on my computer and not
And not boot up
playing
Diablo.
Diablo 3. Because I
Yeah,
would be
the only
totally
reason
doing it right now.
the only reason I've ever stopped playing Diablo is I've started my holiday knitting. So yeah.
I stopped to sleep. So that's where I'm at right now.
Well, that and the whole pylon thing made me pretty mad. I took a bit of a break for a day.
You must construct additional pylons.
Yeah.
But there's a pre-event going on right now for the Heart of Thorns thing. If you're level 16, it doesn't take an awful lot of time to get to level 16, Eludra. I think it's level 16. There's some event in some place, and you can go kill the things that are doing the things to the place.
Can I be an adorable cat girl?
No, this is not Final Fantasy.
But I'm an adorable cat girl in Final Fantasy.
No, you can be a creepy little short thing, a
Oh,
tall
wow.
thing. You can be a leaf person. You can be like a
Oh,
tree.
well, there we go.
Get
There
leaf
we
on the
go.
wind.
There we go.
There we
You can be a
go.
tree.
I would
Speaking
like
of
to
Final
be a tree.
Fantasy. I just started playing that again, and I want to talk about like the new player experience coming into the expansion.
Okay,
Oh,
what's
man.
going on with that?
I mean, in Avatar. So like, I stopped playing maybe like a year ago, and I was like, when I wanted to play Heaven's Sword, so I got into it, and I was like, okay, you know, when you pick up a WoW expansion like max level, and you go and you have to, you just go, you go do the new stuff. Well, in Final Fantasy, they force you to do all the story content that you didn't do,
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
which
You have to
What?
finish the storyline content before you can go and do any of the new Heaven's Ward stuff.
Oh wow, that could be a
Which-
good thing or a bad thing.
It's
Well-
phenomenally awesome for me, but
actually, you know, I started out thinking this is a terrible thing, and
yeah.
by the time I read all the storyline stuff that comes up, and occasionally I listen to it. The story is really good, and
It's
Nice.
really good.
it's
Like
really
it was,
good.
It was an extra 2 evenings of gameplay time that normally, you know, you could spend doing anything else that you go through the story. And I'm talking like 2 hours a night here. That's what it took
Okay.
me. And
It took me like a month to get through it, but that's because I was a healer, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to do any of the quests as a healer, so I got to this point where I was like, I walked in front of the Ninja Guild, and I unlocked Ninja, and I leveled that up to 50, and I was like, yay, Ninja! And then when I got to the end of it, to the end of the thing, like, new classes, and then
Yes.
I'm leveling up the new classes now. And
yes, because there are 3 new classes you could be in the expansion that we spoke about last time. There's let me see, what did I name them? Card Captor, Batman, and Trigun. And they're actually the Astrologian, who uses tarot cards to heal.
I want to play. If I were to ever play Final Fantasy, you know that would be my class.
Oh yeah.
It
And
is
then
awesome.
there's Dark Knight, who's a tank. And you know how normally tanks are like paladins and stuff, and they have all these glowy things? Well, these are more like Death Knight paladins, but they don't use diseases. They use like claws reaching up from the ground and really flashy moves, but with darkness flashy.
It is
And then
pretty awesome.
and then
Then
there's the gun class.
There's
So
the other class,
you
which is
literally
terrible.
get a gun. It's pretty cool. It's actually very steampunk looking. I think of you every time, Miguela. I seriously do. I seriously think of you every time. And so, yeah, I totally can relate to all that. I did it as a Dragoon. And if anything, this expansion really hit home. I don't like playing a Dragoon.
Yeah, that's
Really work on. So I keep working on that. I'm leveling other classes, but it's still my highest level class. So whenever shiny cool things are out to do for max level, I'm a Dragoon, and a very well geared Dragoon at that. It's not my favorite way to play.
I'm a Dragoon. That's what I got right there.
Yeah.
Are Dragoons the Eeyore class of Final Fantasy XIV?
For me,
They must be.
but I could have been.
Dragoon.
I could have been a half Dragoon who flies on a dragon while fighting dragons. But
Yes,
I
That
like
would be
being
a
a cat
Dragoon.
Meta.
I like
That's a
being
little
cat
meta, baby.
Why you gotta have the little Dragoon pet guy from Final Fantasy IV? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could be all the Dragoon all the time.
Yes, you really can with all the dragons and pet dragons and stuff and all that. Yeah, but I like being a cat girl. I considered changing to a half dragon, but then lizards are eaten by cats all the time, so and I'm just too adorable as a cat girl. My cat girl is way too adorable.
What I've been seeing though is like, cause you get those like 2 free potions or whatever to change your class race over and all that stuff. Yeah, you get 2 of those, and it's like, I haven't used mine yet. I'm still human. I haven't used mine because what I've been seeing is that people are using them, and then they have regret, and then they go back.
Mm-hmm.
Or like in Claw's case, I guess he sent it to the wrong character, so he had to buy another one to go back.
Oh no.
So yeah, so it's like this whole like changing your race and stuff. It's like there's like a regret thing. So I'm just holding on to them forever until they announce something like super ultra cool, like you can be like Super Saiyan or whatever, and then
go Super Saiyan. Yeah, for me it's just my cat girl's so adorable that I probably would be really regretting it. So what I did is I bought a Fantasia for my follower, for one of my minions. My banging tune, basically.
You can Fantasia your minions.
Yes, so I Fantasia'd my minion into a dragon. I'm like, okay, wow, they're really a lot more pointy than I thought they'd be, because they've got like really anime pointy chins and like all these little spikes everywhere, and I'm like, wow, I'm glad that's not me now.
Right?
I was actually trying to make one, but I was going to make a new character, but then I couldn't. Like, I can never seem to get like the right time to like log into Gilgamesh to get a character on. So.
Well, I still have the benchmark on my computer, and so I play with the character creator in there.
Oh yes.
Be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the character creator I was playing with that one day. It is ultra fun.
It really is. There's a lot of fine tuning you can do, and everybody's like, oh, all the cat girls look alike, but we
no,
really
they don't.
You gotta get in and you could really see the details, like the little squinty eyes and round eyes. And yes, there's so many cat girls.
And while we're on the topic of Final Fantasy, please, folks, don't be creepy. If my character's extra cute, it's because I wanted an extra cute character. Don't follow me around whispering obscene things.
Ooh.
That never happens, and you never walk into people doing crazy RP there either.
No, somebody did that
in
to
any
me
game.
last time, and I'm like, okay, you're taking the compliments too far. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah,
in general, don't ever do that, no matter who it is.
Yeah, it's not okay, Cupid people. I'm not here looking for a date.
We've actually ran into some Moonguard stuff doing the main story quest maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it was like, oh, whoa, what did I get into here? Let's go the other way and run.
Danger.
Repeat.
Moonguard here.
You
That's a
said
Moonguard
danger and
robot?
you roboted. It was perfect. It was really
Yeah.
perfect.
We are robots. Only on the AIE Podcast. So what else do we have on
Guys,
Wednesday? We have an awesome guild.
I think I may have married a robot. Just letting you know. We have an awesome guild. Yes, we do. Tell us about our awesome guild.
We have an awesome guild.
Stig is the robot. I'm not a robot.
Liar.
He's fixed.
A robot would say that.
I know, and I have an approximate knowledge of many things, so you could be a robot.
I could also be a Guildie of the Month. Oh, wait.
That's a whole different thing. Anyway, what is going on?
Jedi's a slacker, guys. You guys don't even know. So, Guildie of the Month. Frodo was the last Guildie of the Month. You didn't see an article?
Yay!
He emailed me the thing. He answered the questions in one huge long paragraph. And I just kind of, it happened instead of being able to edit it down, I kind of let it sit in my email. And then I moved. We bought a house. I had my own room.
Congratulations.
Yay! Houses.
Yay!
And then school started. So that's where Guildie of the Month has been. But I still get
Get
emails.
back on it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I still get emails for nominations, and my inbox for
Ooh,
the
really?
nominations is awfully small. I blame all of you. All of you, everybody.
Hey!
All of AIE is to blame.
You guys are out there. You see awesome people doing awesome things all the time. Let me know. Well, I can put it on the officer forum as a nomination, and everybody can go, yeah, man, that dude sounds pretty rad.
We actually, that's one of the best parts about being an officer is being able to recognize all of our amazing guildies.
Mm-hmm.
Slacker.
Oh, especially, but don't
Bye.
send an email that just says I think so and so should be Guildie of the Month,
I need a
because
reason.
and absolutely no reasons, because we sit there and yeah, we can come up with reasons why this person is cool, but it's not as good as the people who caught them doing something great in the wild, or on the off chance we don't know, or the officers, they don't know who that person is. What are they supposed to say? Oh, look at it! It's Tetsemi.
Someone's great.
I don't know who Tetsemi is. He could be anybody. He could be a
No.
robot.
It won't be I'm sorry, just kidding, dear.
No, I'm just using it as an example. It's
Oh, I
Tetsemi.
like
He's
that.
a guy. He did a thing we know nothing about, and somebody wrote an email. Congratulations,
any
Tets.
nominations would be an improvement over what I'm getting now. So,
Oh,
Again, let us know when you see someone being amazing. We're all amazing. Let's acknowledge it.
yes.
Yep.
I want to flood an email box that actually goes into my, it gets forwarded to my regular email, so flood my email with that so I don't see all the spam from all the spammy places.
yes.
Yeah, spam.
We get some fun ones.
I like how many background checks are run against the AIE podcast.
Yes. Yep.
I maybe half of those background checks. I get bored at work.
So you run them against the podcast entity?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's me. I promise.
Guys, they have robots on the podcast. You have to
That's
run
how we
background
get
check.
the robots on the podcast. I see. We're in systems now.
Yep.
Michaela, how could you? Putting us on lists.
The kind of person I am. Anyways, Jedi.
I think that's all I have.
Awesome. Jedi's a slacker. Yes, that is exactly what it is. Oh, that's my phone. I'm sorry, podcast listeners.
Mew, how many times have we told you don't text Eludra during the show?
That was my husband.
Who is not Mew? Okay.
It was not you.
Which husband is this? I get confused. You
The
have so
real
many.
one.
Okay.
The one that's stuck at work and may not be stuck at work now.
Yes, pretty much exactly it. Okay, so breaking news from Sybil during the show itself. This last Thursday, Star Trek Online released the latest featured episode, ending of a 5-year story arc. According to Sybil, who is awesome for letting us know, Midnight is the best true to Star Trek Higher Principles episode she has played this year. More cerebral with less pew-pew, and this is a direct quote. Thank
Yes,
you,
it
Sybil,
is.
for letting us know about this amazing Star Trek news. I mean, yeah, we want to know that sort of thing.
Star Trek Online.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
These are games we don't play enough of.
A lot of games we don't play enough of.
All the
And
games
I
are
think
games
aren't
we
we-
don't play enough of.
Aren't we
We don't have
legally?
time to play Diablo.
That's right. And Aludra, aren't we legally obligated to say something like beep, beep, beep? You're going backwards. Beep, beep, beep.
Okay, so I'm not pro by any means in any of the games, but you know what? I put myself out there and I try.
We kid because we love.
We
We
kid
do.
because I have the best stories.
And you actually tell them. Like some of us, we do embarrassing things like, oh, I'm just going to keep. No one saw that, right? Eludra's like, guess what I did this week, guys?
Guess what I
This is
did?
why I love
Okay,
you,
you're
woman.
not gonna believe this, but I flew a starship backwards in Star Trek Online backwards for the entire mission and was pretty disgruntled about it because I was like, why is this thing so slow? This is supposed to be space-age technology. And then I found out I was flying it backwards.
Backwards. All right, so last week's question of the week, but while we get done, picking on our beautiful, amazing co-host, Eludra, what games have you been playing with AIE folks? I
Hey?
think we know the answer.
Hey.
It's mostly Diablo.
Yes.
Anyway, Memeth, giggles to answer question. A lot of Heroes of the Storm, some Diablo, and rating in WoW. Done more on all dailies now that there's flying, and it's not that bad. Night Vale says, working my way up to level 60 in Final Fantasy. If I need folks for a group, the hashtag AIE guild people are always around and willing to help. Larry Takamikazuch, lots of WoW, running LFR with guildies Mesotia and Dabble Girl, and finally completing the legendary ring. Yay! LFR sucks. Hashtag LFR sucks. And Palal, Emperor Palpatine, a little sore tour earlier this week, then followed up with some Cards Against Humanity with the AIE Nomads on Friday night.
Yes, they had their Summer of Love game.
The idea of Summer in Love and Cards Against Humanity scares me. Oh, you mean SOTOR. All right, and R_AIE says, oh my god, Diablo 3, and Diablo 3 with some great folks in AIE Nomads. Okay, maybe some SOTOR too. Hey, Ted, do we have a question of the week for next week or next time?
Not yet, but we will come up with it and send it out
So
when I
what
notify.
percentage of Tetsemi is actually a robot? Listeners, we want to know. What do
Just a
you
heads up.
think?
I'm not answering that question. I have approximate knowledge
Wow.
of that.
And on that note, that's our show for tonight. While the chat rooms begin suggesting show titles, oh Lord, we want to thank Jedi for joining us.
Thank you, Jedi.
You're awesome, Jedi.
Yay!
And Jedi, if people want to find you, where can they find you besides the GOTM at AIE-guild.org?
That's a good one. I didn't even put that in there in the show notes. At Jedi Knife Fight on Twitter. Rarely am I on there, especially now that I lost my cell phone and I don't know where it is in the house. And Diablo 3. That's where you guys can find
Like
me.
everybody else.
Like everyone else.
Yes.
Nice. Just like everybody else. We're all special. Okay, so if you have a question or comment about our show, you can email us at podcast@aie-guild.org. You can also follow us on Twitter. The show is at AIE Podcast. I am at Aludra_AIE. Tetsemi, who may or may not be a robot, is at Free Tiger. And McCullough, who has approximate knowledge of said robotness, is at Cyberwaif. We record live with video every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You can join the chat room and play along unless it locks you out at the AIEpodcast.com. Our theme was composed by the amazing Andrew Allen. Follow him at Keys with Soul or visit his website, keyswithsoul.com, to check out his other fine works.
And now it's time to play all the great AIE member segments we received this week. By the way, guys, we're always looking for new member segments. Contact us at the AIE Podcast if you want to segment us. Send us. Wow, I derailed on that one. If you have a segment that you want to share with us. So our segments are the triumphant return of Epic Diapers, the always fabulous Ask Miss Melgra, and of course, the always overly dramatic news.
Yes, and when I find my library of actual podcasting sounds, which is gone, look out for Ludra's Pets. Okay, so in 2 weeks is September 27th. What's happening there? Well, we're going to be talking to someone about something. So until then, AIE, this is Aludra.
This is McCullough.
This is Tetsemi.
And this has been the AIE Podcast.
Yay!
All right! Woo! Chat room, I love you. Can't see it, can't be a part of you, but I love you.
You're fabulous.
Yep.
Hey, chat room.
McCall, if you can grab the show titles, Sybil's put a few in there.
Of course she has, because she's fabulous.
Oh, she is. She's great.
So we have Goblin Genocide Pays. Background checks, is AIE issuing secret clearances, and I am a mere galactic reporter, not a news anchor.
I think that may have actually just been her saying that she doesn't want to actually come on the show to talk about news, but that's beyond the point.
Or I specialize in show titles, not broadcasting. Anyway.
That would be a really weird title. It'd just be out of nowhere and right out of right
It's
field.
kind of amazing. Yeah.
Nice.
AIE Podcast.
So, Jedi, what do you
now with
like
more
best?
robots.
Now with more robots.
Now with
Yeah,
more
robots.
robots? All right, robots
now with
win.
more robots.
Was I a robot?
No, but Tet was.
I
Jedi
think
was
really
a
not a
tiny
robot.
bit.
Little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, I'm a dragoon, Sigh. That's another one.
I'm a dragoon who drags the dragons.
Something
I'm
like
a
that.
self-hating dragoon, actually. After you get through the lore of Heaven's Word, you're like, man, I renounce. I renounce all of you!
Take my sphere.
Yeah.
Take it! I don't want it! I worked hard to
All
earn it.
right.
Yours.
Cool. All right. Bye, chat room.
Thank you for being amazing. We love you.